And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets miss this guy. Here's Breece Hall. Now he's free to midfield.
And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
There he goes left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if they're play caller right now.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Elliott.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Jets defense.
They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
The Cowboys had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Lamb will go in motion.
To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
But Charles, that's something that this league has only seen a little over 20 times in its 100-year history. He comes through with a 60-yard field goal.
And I'm just wondering, does he even believe it yet? Has it sunk in? Let's face it, guys dream about this. They think about it. They practice for it. But for it to actually happen, impressive. What a kick.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Mike Williams.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
Touchdown, Jets. Touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Cowboys 3.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Oh, he bowls over him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Kill. Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On play action, Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets are able to add on to their first-half lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Zerline good with a PAT. And a route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On play action, Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
We're going to 54. Why is? We're going to 53.
They'll throw again. Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
At the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott yet again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Motion man left is Lazard.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So now Thomas Morstead, who did his collegiate punting just east of here at SMU, he's on to kick it away.
Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Cooks motions to the left.
Prescott now. And that's complete to Cooks. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Here's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 82. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
And again, it's Prescott.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Got his man, it's Williams.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rodgers now on first down. Forced out to his left.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Rodgers again here on second and 10.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Hall.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good for Cowboys. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that will cut the lead down to 15.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's got this to Williams, complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
44-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Prescott. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Hey, check 26.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. A good pickup there at 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Straight ahead is Hall. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 94 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down, New York.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Zerline onside kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go, 47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Running left, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Here's Hall again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 111 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team. And think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Davis. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And nothing but daylight ahead. takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. On second down, a run with Hall. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
In motion right, that's Wilson. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
47. Hey, 47.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, kill. Under.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Here's a give to Hall.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Jets are an extra point away from making this a three-score game.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, kill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
46.
At the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. Looking deep for Elliott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Prescott on first down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.